Hey everybody, 27 here, and I am just wanting to make an instructional video very quickly on Zephyr, an item that is pretty misunderstood in TFT and League of Legends. So, how do you create a Zephyr? First off, it is by using Giant's Belt, toss that on, I don't know, Aatrox, also Negatron Cloak. You do that, you have this item, as you can see on the screen, CC's an enemy that's banishing for 5 seconds. Now, most people don't really understand how this is going to target somebody, and they think it targets an enemy, right? It actually targets the space that you're on, the hex that you're on the enemy side. So if you were kind of to flip to their view, since I'm right here on my side, if I were to flip to their view, it's going to be on this exact same space on their end. So since nobody is there on the enemy side, it's not going to CC them. And again, I'm just building, this is a troll build, so I could actually get the item as fast as possible. Somehow it took me till 4-1 through all the carousels and buying a garbage team to get the item. But in just a second, I'm going to show you on the next round, hopefully, exactly how it's going to affect somebody whenever we do have that Zephyr actually targeting somebody rather than hitting an empty space just to show it off. So the way that you know where it's going to be targeting, you can just click and hold on the character that does have the item, and you're going to see its whirlwind effect right there. See, he's on this space, it's on that space right back there, and it works. Also, you don't have to be on the back row. You can put it in any row, and it's going to affect that spot on the enemy board. See? Boom. Draven was in that exact spot where Aatrox was targeting, therefore he is CC'd for 5 seconds. Now, who do you want to target with Zephyr? Ultimately, you want to target one of two things. One of their carries, either their primary or secondary carries, such as like a really overloaded item or unit with items on it, or one of their really fatty, tanky CC units. And in the early game, that might include a Shen because he blocks a ton of damage. But things like Leona, Cho, Sejuani, Gnar, those items or those units will be really good to target with Zephyr because they're out of the fight for 5 seconds. That delays their effectiveness in battle and gives you an upper hand. Teams that I like to build Zephyr on specifically are Assassin comps. Although they did get nerfed, I find it hilarious to include multiple Zephyrs on those champs, especially champs that don't require 3 units to be effective, right? If there's a champion that I need to have a bunch of items on, like a Karthus or a Draven or a Tristana and Gunslingers, I don't want to be tossing a Zephyr on them, right? Because there are more items that are more effective on them. But on Assassins, if I can build multiple Zephyrs, I do find that really effective because you're taking out a lot of the potential damage. Assassins are squishy, right? So what you want to do is make sure that the high damage potential that the enemy has to negate all of your damage is at least delayed. And that way your assassins can gang up on their other units, kill them, and by the time that 5 seconds passes, hopefully a couple units of theirs are already dead, so your assassins are at less risk, but also have a chance to really increase their damage on other enemies. The last thing I like to note is that Zephyrs does not stack, so do not build 2 Zephyrs on 1 unit. Make sure you spread them out if you are going to be going that route. So that's about it with Zephyr. If you did enjoy the video, I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed the content. We do put out a lot of League of Legends and TFT content, so that would help me out greatly. I hope you found this useful. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. See ya.